Hello, welcome to DM News English. Here's your latest crime and court news roundup. Constance Martin has been granted an appeal over a baby's death sentence. Constance Martin, who's 39, has been granted permission to appeal her 14-year-old jail sentence over the death of her baby daughter, Victoria Martin, and her partner, Mark Gordon, who were on the run from authorities when the baby died in a tent on the South Downs in January 2023, and both were later convicted. The Metropolitan Police investigation into the Lord Peter Mandelson is reporting at a risk of collapse after the US authorities allegedly failed to respond to requests for information. Detectives are said to be seeking access to unredacted Epstein files as part of the inquiries into claims of misconduct in public office, but the requests are reportedly not yet been acknowledged. Greater Manchester Police launched 6 murder investigations in less than 2 weeks after the death in Bolton, Tameside, Rochdale and Salford in Manchester. 2 women and 4 men died across the separate cases, with several suspects arrested, some charged and some bailed, while police say there is no suggestion of the incidents are indeed linked. Lone Asafati, who's 39, and Laurenti Daniel Nitasora, who's 38, and Segurai Plastine, who's 42, have pleaded guilty to attempted burglary after trying to tunnel into a jewellery shop in Tooting, South London. Police says the 2 of the men were found at the scene after breaking into neighbouring massage parlour and attempting to dig through into the shop. Police are hunting a 22-year-old Zamir Huas after a woman was chased by a man wearing a Chunky Star Halloween mask in Philadelphia. The 40-year-old victim suffered a leg injury while trying to escape, as officials said the suspect may have fled Pennsylvania for California or indeed Nevada. Joseph Gibson has been jailed after admitting fraud by false representation against multiple victims between July 2020 and October 2021. He falsely claimed he had cancer and had served in special forces, while 2 victims met him through Tinder, and one was led to believe they were in a relationship. Charlie Stanfano, a 35-year-old, has been jailed for nearly 3 years after attacking a woman in Chatham, Kent. Police says he grabbed her by the throat twice, kicked her and broke her phone before she managed to escape to a petrol station where members of the public raised the alarm. Police have launched an investigation after a gun was fired on a Gordon Road in Ellington, Doncaster. Officials found evidence of firearms discharge after a shot was heard late on Friday night, but no injuries were reported. While the scene remains in a place and intact, extra patrols are being carried out in the area. The owner of the Olive Cafe Lounge in Saltaire has been called for more CCTV after thieves smashed the windows and stole his till containing only a small amount of cash. The burglary happened in Bingley Road in the early hours of Sunday, leaving the businesses facing around £500 in damage and replacement costs. Thad Phillips, who was 13 when he was kidnapped from his home in Baraboo, Wisconsin, in America in 1995, and held throughout a terrifying 2-day ordeal, the teenager eventually managed to escape, and his survival later helped investigators uncover wider crimes linked to the attacker. That's the latest on the crime and court news from across DM News English. We'll keep you up to date with more of those throughout the day. Don't go away.